sking.Bradley Method of Natural Childbirth. These are over on the table, and this gives you a really good overview. It goes through class by class what we would touch on in each class. Just to start things off, so having a healthy mother, baby, and family is the goal of the Bradley Method of Natural Childbirth. So we do talk a lot about natural childbirth. We give you tons of tools. We talk about informed consent. We get you prepared to have a natural childbirth. But in an event where we've talked about these variations of labor or cesarean may be necessary, we also give you the coping skills for that, and hopefully the ideology that you understand that really the goal, and I'm sure all of you would agree, would be to have a happy mother, baby, and family. So Bradley just provides the education to facilitate that. All of the instructors, including myself, have had Bradley births ourselves. Most of us have taken classes with other Bradley instructors to achieve that. Some of us have read the books on our own, and not me, I did take an instructor class. But some of us had read the books on our own, had that birth, and then contacted the academy and had to go through tons of training and all that fun stuff that I'm sure everyone else had to do in regards to training. Our classes are kept small, so it's 6 to 8 couples. I know Adriana teaches here at the Birth Center, and hers are slightly larger, not by much, and she teaches for 10 weeks, but she's able to kind of do that with her space and knowledge and all of that stuff. The general cost, at least all the Bradley teachers kind of along Utah County, and we're all about $325 is our cost. And we tell you, because it is a 12-week course, around 20 weeks is a good time to take it, but it's, that last trimester. So we talk, as I mentioned, we talk a lot about informed consent before labor and also including during labor. So that means we want you guys asking questions and being knowledgeable about what you're doing. So when you're talking to your care providers, we want you asking questions. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do, what your procedures are? And that includes in labor. Oh, we're going to give you some Pitocin or some of this or some of that. Well, that's great. Can you tell me a little more about it? So we really try to give you a voice in regards to your labor and birth. Everyone's given a workbook. It looks like this. Don't scoff at the photos. It's a little old. But birth doesn't change. That's the good news. So, and I'll leave this here on the table for you guys just to take a look at as well. But everyone gets a workbook, and then including involved in the workbook every week you have a list of stuff that you have for homework, which includes reading the book. There's exercises, relaxation techniques. There's stuff you have to do every week. On top of that, you're given a pink nutrition form that is every week as well. And the thing that I like about that is because you're coming to this class for 12 weeks and you have a teacher that's looking at it, you tend to become a little more accountable. And so your nutrition goes up. They're really big on the brewer diet. So they want high protein diet, 80 to 100 grams of protein, and well balanced. And they give you all of the information on how to do that, and then we check it every week, and hopefully your teacher is nice and she's not putting you down in front of all the other classmates, but is encouraging you and telling you how great you're doing. And typically if we have someone that's like really struggling, the coach, that's your role. We get you involved, and okay, you count up mom's protein for the night, and if she hasn't met it, then you make her a delicious snack. So moms usually like that. We discuss exercise, so I'll just go over kind of a few things, and I just wrote these down. We go over exercise, nutrition, pregnancy, including complete education on gestation, being comfortable in pregnancy, and coaching challenges. The coach's role, so in other words, just as Jennifer was talking about, or a few of us, how we involve the coach and exactly what they can do to help mom physically and emotionally. So we go over advanced first and second stage labor techniques, birth plans or preferences, as some of us call them, variations of labor and unexpected situations, being a great coach, preparing for your new family, and the postpartum period, including breastfeeding. So it's really comprehensive. It goes through everything. A lot of you already know this is what I'm feeling, this is where I'm at. By the time that you get to us, you get that you're pregnant. But we go over, what's to expect, what's physically happening with your body. We have all these diagrams and fun stuff that we get to look at, so we can tell you this is why you're feeling this way, this is what it's going to feel like as you go, and kind of how to prepare for that. So, and then that postpartum period, which I think gets skipped a lot, and depending on the teacher may get skipped a little more. So if you have a good teacher that's familiar with postpartum period and can have maybe even somebody come and speak about it and give you a better idea of what to expect, not just emotionally, physically. You're creating a whole new family. It's a different dynamic, and no one can really prepare you for what that's going to be like, but all the education that you could get is going to be better for you. Pregnancy exercises and positioning is done in class every week. We usually have opening exercises and gets people giggling and kind of lighthearted and gets the mood going, so that's good. We practice relaxation as well, and we have regular labor rehearsals that are done in class. So the thing that I like about that is it gives dad an opportunity to be in front of people that he doesn't know necessarily very well, and he's speaking and coaching the mother in that environment. Because chances are, when you're in that hospital, even though you've seen your doctor for 9 months, you're not going to know any of those nurses very well unless you randomly have some relationship with them. There's going to be people in and out of there that you're just not familiar with, and so a lot of times if dad is not familiar with doing that in front of somebody that they're not comfortable with, and then they kind of step back when someone comes in the room. And so it gives them a voice, gives them the opportunity to kind of step in and say, okay, I've been in this situation before, and here's what I have to do. So we do that. We also do videos, and depending on the teacher, we have speakers in various categories. So like I have doulas come, a postpartum specialist, so we talk about postpartum depression, placenta encapsulation, massage therapy, and I have students, previous students, and maybe just people that I really like their birth story. I have them come and share. So, and some of the people that come and share, they actually have their birth videos online, so those are really fun because we get to hear from them, and then we get to watch what happened, and it's kind of neat. In general, we believe that if you know what to expect from your body and how to relax and get out of the way, that labor is manageable and drugs are unnecessary in a normal-ish kind of labor where there are not other immediate emergency situations involved. You really do have the power as a woman, as a couple, to kind of get ahead of those contractions, get on top of your labor, and manage it very comfortably for yourself. The Bradley method focuses specifically on relaxation. That's kind of their thing, like I said, getting out of the way of your body. So while we do have exercises that we go over in regards to hypnosis, that's not our main thing. The main thing is normal, natural abdominal breathing, using a coach there with you and getting out of the way of your body to allow it to do what it needs until you're in second stage and your job is to push that baby out. But I too will be here for questions after.